Alright, am I live now? Give me 1 second here, guys. Just getting some issues with some of the streaming stuff. So give me 1 second to make sure I'm hooked up here. And then I will get into the actual thing. Oh, I had the wrong title. It's been weird. Ignore the title of the stream. Let me fix this real quick. I'm just gonna do this. Boop. Alright, how's it going, guys? Welcome to the stream. I'm working on a video that's gonna be a thank you color. Um, alright, let me just make sure I'm live here. My screen recording is working right. Okay, cool. Can you guys hear me okay? Oh, I have the wrong settings on. Oh well. I'll fix that at some other point. Alright, yeah, so today I am just going to be messing around. So I started doing these commands, I don't know, yesterday or like a day or two ago. Now I'm just going to finish it up. It's not too much that I actually have to do. So it's probably going to be a very short stream. I'm a little bit quiet. Well, I'll fix it later because I have something wrong with my screen. Hold on. Let me pause stream real quick. So I have to do. Okay, am I still here? Okay, cool. Okay, now I can actually affect my settings without it showing my entire screen. I had the wrong screen record settings. I was messing with some recordings for other things that I'm not gonna talk about because you have to wait to hear about those things. I will have some other non-Minecraft stuff on my second channel, but yeah. Okay, so I will show you. So there's kind of a weird thing with the way that some of the animation stuff works, which means it actually doesn't look normal when I'm near the commands, but I have them in a taking area right now. So I will go like kind of a little bit further away. I think it should probably work even just over here. This is what I'm working on. Basically, throwing sword. So this is going to be a tutorial in like 2 weeks, I think. Well, I guess it'll be 1 week for members and then 2 weeks for non-members. But yeah, it's a throwing sword. I just think it looks really cool. So I'm like, I was gonna work on it. I was actually gonna do some other stuff, then I couldn't for reasons. So I'm like, yeah, why don't I work on this and just stream doing it? So yeah, that's kind of the throwing sword. So I hope you guys like. It's basically just all you gotta do is hold an iron sword. Look wherever you wanna throw it, and then boom. So I figure I'm gonna finish this up in the live stream because currently it doesn't do damage. I think that's the only thing I need to do for the throwing sword, and then I might just mess around if you guys have any ideas for future tutorials. The map is Posh Mansion 2 and it is available on the Minecraft Marketplace. Because for those of you who don't know, I am a marketplace uh, map maker. I make maps on the marketplace. Where'd my sword go? Get back here. Yeah, where'd it go? Yeet. Yeet. Got it. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, I also make maps for the marketplace. You'll usually see them in my channel or linked in my Discord. Alright, so yeah. Pretty much all you gotta do, hold an iron sword and sneak, and it can be any iron sword too. And then once it's thrown, you can just kind of walk over to it, pick it back up. Do you actually make a living off? No, but some people do. I only do it part-time. I am a student. Um, yeah, I'm a student. I only do it part-time. I don't work a full-time job or anything like that. So I am in college, and that in itself is a lot of work. Not that I do the work, of course. I just play video games mostly. But no, I'm actually fairly busy a lot of the time, in reality. Alright, so as you can see, these are the commands we have so far. No scoreboards were used in the making of this, which I know is a miracle for you guys, because I know a lot of people don't like scoreboards in their tutorials. But yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, because I think some of you guys are probably coming from being like new, I just put up a short and sometimes it gets like new people. So if you guys are new to my channel, I have a lot of tutorials on my channel that have like all kinds of cool weapons, gadgets, that kind of stuff. So this is a future tutorial that I'm working on right now. But if you guys are looking for other tutorials, feel free to check out my channel. But without further ado, I am actually yes, I'm very close to 4,000 subs. I think like 12 subscribers away from 4,000 right now. So, I'm actually surprised there's this many people in the stream just because it's a weird time on a Tuesday afternoon. Nope, today's Wednesday. Crap, it's Wednesday. Oh, well, I don't have to do anything later. I mean, I do, just not like an hour at least. All right, so execute E, name equals sword. Run damage at E equals 1. Tag equals not throw. I'm going to do dx equals 1. Yeah, it is Wednesday. No, Wednesdays are probably my busiest day. I have a brief period like right now that I'm free, but like I have a thing in the morning, then I have classes, then I have a 4 hour block. I'm trying to think. About 3 hour block where I'm occupied with stuff, then a 1 hour break, which today I have to do a group project meeting for, and then after that I have like another like 2 hours of obligations. So I'm busy. Anyways, how much damage we do? We'll say 20, just for fun. Run damage, entity. No, we're just gonna do that. Do that, yeah. It's an entity attack, I guess. Attack. Let me do this. See attack at P. That way it drops loot stuff. Color, do you want to put a link in the Discord, in like the Chaos First thing, to the stream for me, if you wouldn't mind? Oh, did I miss? Nope, didn't do the command right. Where did my sword go? Did I do that wrong? Run damage. Oh, yeah. What do you mean by an eraser? Just like an area that fills with air? Is that what you're talking about? Is that what you're asking, Bloody Hatchet? Oh, I forgot to. Whoops. Forgot to clear armor sense. Yeah, I can show you how to make one of that. Let me finish this command up and I can show you how to do that. It's actually pretty simple. Just let me wrap this up. I forgot to make sure it can't be armor sands. Armor stand. There we go. Alright, now we should be able to murder this cow. We did it, guys. We murdered a cow. Should be able to murder a bunch of cows in a row. I didn't wanna do gravity because we have to do scoreboards and people really don't like when you add scoreboards to tutorials because it makes it a little bit more complicated. So in general I try to avoid doing scoreboards. Yeah, now we have a working throwing sword. I feared having an area empty. Air blocks would work. Are you trying to do it with clone? You just do fill if you're just trying to get an area with. Oh. Yeah, there's currently a thing where it doesn't really like tall grass, which I'm just gonna fix later. Yeah, so this is the throwing sword. What do you guys think? So this will be a tutorial. This will be out this Friday for members, next Friday for non-members. But yeah, it's basically just you can turn your regular iron sword into this really cool throwing sword that you can pick up as much as you want. That does a lot of damage. I'm not sure what you're asking, Bloody Hatch. Are you asking just you want an area that fills the area immediately around you with air, right? Let's murder some chickens. Yeah, I gotta fix it. Currently, it gets stuck on tall grass. It's an easy fix. I just gotta actually do it. Yeah, I will show you the command that you're asking for, but I'm not quite sure what you're asking for, if I'm being honest with you. Can you outrun sword once it's thrown? I don't know. I mean, you can adjust the speed. Oh, that's not how you activate it. No. I mean, you could if you had, like, speed. Yeah, if you had speed, you could. No, in front of me, when I use World Dead, I'm using wooden axe to fill clone areas to paint. But what you're asking for is just to fill an area with air, right? Like, in front of where you're looking. I should make sure I get it right before I show you what the command would be, so I'm not giving you the wrong command. What is it? I guess I'll just copy this if it's tall grass. Okay. Let's first off make sure it should no longer get caught on grass. Yeah, cool. Works a lot better. Nope. Get back here. Alright, yeah, let me get away from the build here and I'll make a quick eraser. Just I don't want to destroy that by accident. We'll destroy this village. How's everyone else in the chat doing today? As a has item equals say diamond toe, just for whatever. Location slot dot weapon dot main hand at the S positioned, say 12. I didn't spell diamond right. Position fill 333 333 here. Cheese. Why did you? Oh, stop harassing my channel, cheese. I did that slightly wrong. Give me 1 second. You can put in chaos first info, but whatever. It's too late. That's fine. Boo, boo, boo. All right, now should be. Sure to have any obvious titles. I did. I always forget to run. Okay. So then we should be able to get a diamond toe here. Is this what you're looking for, basically? Is that what you're looking for? Cool. All right. Commands. I will just show it on screen right here. Maybe take a screenshot or something if you can. If you need to, go ahead and just pause the video. But that's the command for you. I mean, I guess while I'm at it, anyone else have any small command requests? Can you wheat? I don't think that's a word. I don't think wheat's a word. Cool. Thank you. Thank you. Much appreciated. I'm just gonna destroy this village real quick. Blow up the Pentagon using commands. Are you really saying that 2 days after 9/11? Good one, Kelly. Thank you. You're not even American. You're not allowed to make jokes about 9/11. Only I'm allowed to do that. Just be careful. Don't destroy the command block by using this too near the command block. Hello, Pity QF. What do you mean around that? It was 2 days ago. What do you mean around that time? It was 2 days ago. Wow, Color, real mature. I don't know why I let you be a mod for my channel. Let's see. Yeah, and like I said, I will think of something else random to do. Can now make it. I've made guns before. I have a tutorial on how to make a sniper rifle. There's a ton of different ways you can do guns. I'll probably do like a full gun tutorial in the future with like a couple different models for guns. Um, so so basically what I'm thinking is like I'll do a full gun tutorial, but it wouldn't be a quick one, so I'm not gonna do it on stream because there's like it's one of those ones where there's not like one correct way to do it. There's a ton of different ways you could go about doing it. So I'm probably gonna do that at a later time when I'm set up for it. But if you guys have any smaller quests, I can do them on stream. No, you're good. Hello, Random Apple. Hello, Elite the Grass Block. How's it going, guys? Oh, there's another village. Yeah, this is a neat little map that I worked on. There's a bunch of like automatic doors and whatnot over here. If you guys want to just get a quick tour of the map while I'm at it. So this one is available on the marketplace. I actually don't get a commission on this one, so it's up to you guys if you want to buy it or not. Because this was, I'm not going to get the financial stuff, but yeah, I have a lot of maps available on the marketplace. If you guys are ever interested in that kind of thing. So I post usually something on the channel whenever I have a map released. So I have like automatic doors that open whenever you get near them. I have this. And there is audio effects. You guys just can't hear them because of my streamer settings because I'm listening to music. And I don't want to get demonetized by playing my music through the thing. So you guys can't hear game audio, unfortunately. Trying to think. Like I said, is there anything? If there's anything you guys would like to see, what we could also do, I could go over to another map that I have, and we could just kind of look at some of the random commands that I have over there. If you guys have no specific requests that you'd like to see. There's some things I can't show you, unfortunately, because they're not available yet. But if you guys want to go, the spell that summons Evoker Fangs, we could do that real quick. I'm going to show you guys, in case you guys are curious, some of the maps that I've worked on. Just going to go here. So, I was a big part of this one. If you guys watch my video on how to learn commands, I fight a giant Roman guy. That is from this map. There's like a bunch of different quests. There's some cool gear that you can actually get from this map. So this is something that I made myself. I'm sorry, not I made as a team. But this is one of the maps that we worked on. It's actually a really interesting map. This volcano has like eruptions that happen just randomly over time. Like so there's NPCs here that give you quests. It's just actually a really cool city too. So there's a big gladiator boss that I showcase in one of my videos on teaching you how to learn commands. So you guys may have actually seen me fight that in a video. This was a project that I was like a lead for. So basically you have to, and I can show this one off now because it's not, because it's released, I can show it off. You guys want to see, I gotta scroll sort of quickly. It's not really a huge deal if you guys see my maps, but I try to avoid it. Where would it be? Nobody read too closely to any of these, alright? That's why I should not do live streams as unprepared as I am right now. I think this is world. Yeah, it's mostly because of the stuff that I do for the marketplace. It takes up a lot of worlds. I need to go through and honestly like delete some of the old ones, but whatever. Yeah, so here's basically one of the worlds. So you kind of have to like you basically spawn in over here. Go to survival real quick. So you spawn in over here, and there's literally these oh crap, constant fireball rains. Oh, called Secrets of the Dungeons. It could be inspiration for future marketplaces. Um, Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, I'm a college, so I have roommates. Um, yeah, so this is like basically have these constant fireballs raining from the sky, and you have to try to survive in this bunker. Oh my, if you can even make it to the bunker. So this one I really like. I just like how the fireballs look in this, like the giant magma cubes falling down. This is all commands. There's no like custom entities for that. It's just commands. Then you basically get this whole bunker to yourself that you can use. There's like a, I think they're pretty sure I have a rear entrance. Yep. So I can basically leave out here. There's some high quality loot. But I mean, one of the really fun challenges, like, oh my goodness, I'm already on fire. Let's see if I can make it to that village without dying. Oh. Yeah, anywhere you go in the map, there's constant fireball rain. And it like literally lights the whole map on fire too. As you can see here. As I ran into one. Okay. I might not make it to the village. Hmm. Oh, it's literally caving in the ground. That's nice. Okay, I'm almost there. I think it might be on peaceful. I think that's might be why I'm surviving. Don't post MCDL leaks in stream chat, Color, because MCPDL is not safe if people don't know how to use that. You know what I mean? Like if you're a kid, people they might not know how to navigate MCPDL safely. So don't post this. Yeah. If you guys are interested, you can check it out in the Discord, but I just don't post on YouTube because that's when kind of kids who don't necessarily know what they're doing. Like a boots. Yeah, like if they're interested, they can look it up on the Discord. I'm not as worried about that because I have warnings in the Discord, but I would just not post on here. Yeah, so that's this map. If you guys want to see, I can show you some of the other maps I have. Actually, I might have a favorite. Hold on, let's see. No, is there not a favorited thing? Well, this is your maps that you favorited. Oh, I have. Never mind. So this is a map I worked on. This was a map I worked on. This was a map I worked on. This one. It's basically you have a bunch of islands and there's like challenges on them, and they unlock parkour to the next islands. Let's see what else have I worked on. I worked on this one with Color, who's the mod in the channel right now. It's like underwater base. You get a like full sub and everything. I realize this might sound a little bit like I'm advertising. I just kind of went into this stream completely unprepared, and I don't really know what to do. Um, this is a really popular map that I worked on. Not one of my favorite maps though. This is the map that you guys are wondering. This is the map that I was showing off in the stream. So Posh Beach Mansion. I worked on this was a big map of mine. This one actually has a trailer in case you guys are my favorite most complicated command. You mean like a project that I worked on with commands? I worked on this map too. Worked on this map. Worked on this map. Worked on this map. Yeah, that underwater one was not a fun one to work on. Didn't really enjoy that one that much. Me and Color worked on this one together as well. What's my favorite most complicated command? I wouldn't say it's a specific thing, but there's like some big projects that I worked on that I'm really fond of looking back on. Um, one of them I worked on several of these. Hold on, it's just going too fast. I worked on this one. I worked on this one. Worked on this one. This is really beautiful map. I've used that in several videos. Worked on this one. I worked on this one. I worked on this was a big map of mine. Actually, this is one of my first maps. I worked on this one. Worked on this one. Um, worked on this. This was my like second map I ever worked on, I think. And then no, that was the third one. Then I worked on this one as well, and this one. This is my first map right here. Um, so I would say, what's my favorite? Okay, let's see. It's a project that I actually never got to finish. I've shown it in a couple of live streams and videos before. Some of this stuff, this project. This project is by far one of my favorites. There's some really in-depth class. There's like class buildings. Um, there's a lot you can do. Why don't you use mods, Connor? I don't really use mods for anything that I do. Yeah, they changed the way that the armor stands hold shields, by the way, color. The throwing sword video was actually originally going to be a Captain America shield video, but I changed it to a sword because of the way that armor stands hold shields got changed. So this was like a big RPG class. This was PvP and PvE. There was like 12 different classes that had customizable artifacts that gave you like special effects, as you can see here. There's different elements, different classes, different variants. There's a lot going on here. Like for instance, I can do this cloud of toxicity that damages enemies but heals me. If I sneak, I have this protective aura that gives me and allies inside of it like a really high resistance effect. If I change to score player set at S class 2, element 2. So I'll sprint. I gotta build up my mana real quick. And then find some enemies to fight. So this class gives me the ability to summon in spirits and then actually control like who they're attacking. So let me see if I can find some enemies here. Maybe if I go back to the normal spawn, I can. Yeah, so that's a spirit right there. Go back to spawn. I think I go through. I don't know how to get back to spawn on my own map. So there should be some enemies up here. And I forgot I have this. So I actually never, unfortunately, was able to finish this map, but I got really far in it. Color the mod, he would remember this map very well. So basically, I can summon in these spirits. I can literally control who they target just by looking at enemies. The spirits will automatically target them, and if there's multiple spirits, it will literally build up extra damage. They're also frost spirits, which means they do like freezing type damage. So they will slow enemies down, and eventually they can shatter them, which is like a massive attack towards frozen enemies. And anytime there's XP orbs, there's a chance that they get turned into an extra spirit like this. Oh. Skeletons have an electrical attack that's really dangerous, which is why I'm trying to not get hit by it. And I'm stuck. I'm stuck. So yeah, this is one of my favorite maps to work on. I also realize it's probably really dark in your guys' screen right now. I apologize for that. Oh, I just got struck by the lightning attack. But yeah, if you play on as this class long enough, you literally build up an army of controllable ghosts. Pretty much, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I need to run away. Then I also there's like different elements for each class. So explore player set S class. Nope. Element 1. I'll go over to these guys. So for instance, when I'm on the fire element version of the same class, instead of summoning these frost ghosts, I summon an army of exploding spirits. So I'll show you here when some enemies spawn in. And like I said, this is all done with commands. I have a resource pack that shows the health bar in case you guys are curious. But other than that, this is all command blocks. I don't know why nothing's spawning. It should be, there we go. So it's spawning now. Oh, see, the strays have the Seeking Frost attack, which is really dangerous. So it summons in 5 of those things and then sends them off one at a time to basically damage enemies as well as set them on fire. So it does it like a burst of damage on impact and then also does like lingering damage. So I gotta build up mana though. And then this lets me warp behind enemies and make them take increased damage. It's really fun. So yeah, I would say this project is probably the coolest thing I did. There's some really complex commands. If I go to TPS0100, I fell a little too high. Let's go, I survived that time. Thank you, I appreciate that. So this is my command block area. Nope, let me, boop, there we go. So this is how many, I did not even get close to finishing this project, but this is about how many commands it was for this project. In case you guys are curious. And this had fully functional PvP, but like PvP was only in certain regions. It wasn't like globalized PvP. There's a lot of stuff that went on with this map. Unfortunately, I never got a chance to finish it, which is very sad because I really enjoyed this map. So if you guys are curious what some of the different classes do, I have a little testing facility set up over here. So there's 4 different classes, and each has a different spell depending on the element. So I'll start with fire. It's the enchanter. I do this kind of attack. Just turn this on real quick. So the enchanter has a healing aura that they can place on a cooldown. And I have this little thing right here to make it so the cooldowns are like instant. But so the fire version does this. You basically just warp forward and explode. And there's the frost version has this kind of shuriken thing. This, I think, is a little poison cloud that summons in on enemies and just does damage over time. Actually, if I remember correctly, this will make multiple enemies attack each other. Let's try it again. It might not right now, but yeah, see, it makes the enemies attack each other. And then this is like a little electric zap. So it sends forward and then it has like a little timer before they blow up. And then they're stunned, which means they can't use their ability, because all enemies have an ability. For instance, the husks have a flamethrower. Right now, I have him stunned, so he can't use his flamethrower, but if I do this, let me change classes real quick. So if I get near him, I think I actually have to be in adventure mode. Yeah, you see as a flamethrower attack. You can't technically see me because of some stuff that's going on, but yeah. Then the second class I already showed off, so you have these little fire spirits. Then this one, which is the controllable frost spirit, and I can actually like change what enemy is looking at. So I can say, well, I wanted to attack this one. If I wanted to attack this one, I look at that one. You can actually control what they're being attacked. Yeah, you get the idea. Then there's this version, which is, I think this one just sends a little seeker that does some damage, and then it fractures them, meaning that they take more damage from all sources. Then there's the electric version, which is make a machine like that as a tutorial. Close trees for a city map. It's not too. I mean, I think you just use saplings to be honest with you. So this is basically a turret that follows me around and shoots electric bolts. So the turret will always follow me around, but it always is shooting little bolts, which is really cool. Then there's the third class, which is like the close range melee class. So the up front, you have basically a like Molotov cocktail type thing. You throw it and then it explodes and as well as does like some lingering fire damage. The frost version, you basically place down this totem that will slowly freeze everything in the nearby area. And as soon as it's frozen, it changes particles. And once it's frozen, I can punch this and it shatters all enemies in the area, dealing a bunch of damage to them. Alright, then there's the growth version, which is like a giant poison cloud that also kills me when I'm inside of it. Then there's the electric version, which is... I'll wait for the cloud to disappear. Wow, I forgot how long this cloud lasts. Hello, Ray. So this one is just a blast. It makes all nearby enemies get charged up, and once they're charged, they explode after a short time. So that's all for that class. And then the final class is by far the strongest. So for this one, giant explosion, and then a ton of flame seekers. So you basically blow up everything near you, and anything that's even like far away is immediately going to get hit by all these little fire bolts. So it's a really strong attack. Then for the frost one, you basically become the center of a storm. Anything near you gets frozen. Anything you look at gets shattered. You basically for a short period of time become the center of a frost storm. For the growth version, you basically become a healing aura for all nearby teammates, as well as giving yourself a bunch of buffs like strength, so you have enough to like one-tap people, that kind of thing. And then finally, one of my favorite ones, I basically summon a giant thundercloud, and a thundercloud will seek out enemies as well as strike them with lightning bolts from range, so it can attack multiple enemies at the same time. Because it'll have one enemy directly below it, and then it'll also shoot seeking bolts at other enemies. Yeah, and that's about it. That was like the main classes, but then there's like artifacts that affect everything, and there's special things like relics that have different effects depending on what class you are. But yeah, that was probably one of my favorite projects. But I think I'm probably about to end stream. Hope you guys enjoyed. It was really kind of chaotic stream. I really did not have a plan. If I have time, I gotta try to stream a little bit more just while I'm working on tutorial type stuff. I might start streaming it as I do it. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, join my Discord. But that's all, folks.